Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of Heinz Field, will be the site for our upcoming game between Houston and Pittsburgh. And now to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the game. Tom?
We're going to have some terribly rainy weather for the game. Good afternoon, everyone. Tom Hammond here. Alongside me, Chris Collinsworth. Thanks for tuning in. Chris, what are your thoughts on this weather? Not the best of conditions.
If the rain continues, it'll be interesting to see how it affects both these teams. I tell you, it's tough to execute in this type of weather.
Chris, how critical are first week games?
I think they're really critical because if your team gets a little momentum going early in the season, it sure is a heck of a lot easier to go back to practice. You get a little excited, and you see teams get on a roll.
They're going to pitch it. Brought down at the 25. Gain of about a yard. That'll bring up second down. It's second down and 9 to go. They'll go from the shotgun. Drops back to pass. And it's caught. And they get him around the 32-yard line. The defense didn't have a chance on that one. Great throw that time.
Yeah, really not much a defense can do when you get a guy that can throw the football like that. You get yourselves in position defensively. You think you're in the right spot. You're going to make a play. And a guy makes a throw like that and you go, hey, that's a good throw.
And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line. And with that run, the defense just gave up the first down.
And for a defense in those short yardage situations, more often than not, you're going to give up the first down, but you certainly don't want to allow them to break out the big one.
Green on the handoff. He's dropped at the 35. And he gets a yard on the run. We've got second and 9 here. Ball on the 35-yard line. Houston uses motion. The defense has him surrounded. Townsend gets the pick. He's brought down around the 49-yard line. What an interception by the cornerback.
Some of these corners are just freakish athletes right now. Oftentimes, they're the best athletes on the field. Maybe they don't have the skill set, great hands, great moves, whatever, but they are definitely among the fastest in the NFL.
They'll give it off here. Brought down right around the 46-yard line. A couple of yards there.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Dumps it out left. And he catches it. It's completed, but the defense appeared to be waiting for it. Not much there at all.
That's part speed and part anticipation by this defensive unit. They're always in great position, and you'll rarely see them get burned on passes like that.
He drops back. Looks for a man open. And the hit knocked the ball out on that play.
That's just a big hit right there. No way the receiver could hold on to that one.
He gets it away. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The Texans come to the line with their jumbo package. There's a play fake. He's scrambling. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. They went with a sideline pass, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one, just thrown a little bit too far outside.
Looks to pass. Throws a bullet. He's dropped at the 28-yard line. They hook up for a pretty good gain on that one. Nice pass.
Yeah, good pass and good confidence by the quarterback there. He saw the opening. He knew there was a spot that he could get that in there. but you could see he had the confidence to let this receiver make a play, and that's really what pro football is all about.
Strong throw to his right. And it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Gets it away cleanly. Holmes takes it at the 32. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Roethlisberger comes to the line under center. 2 tight ends this time. Little handoff. And he will lose yardage on the play. Nothing doing. They stop him for a loss.
And I really like the discipline of this defense. You never see these guys trying to do too much. They control their gaps, and that time there was nowhere to go.
He drops back to pass. On the run, he throws it. He's tackled right around the 44-yard line, and that pass was moving.
Yeah, and it's not that quarterbacks without strong arms can't make it in this league. But boy, it sure is an asset to have a guy with a cannon like that.
Looking for an open man. Brings this one in. And they get him around the 24-yard line. Talk about a throw.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about one like that being intercepted. Nobody on the defensive side could have caught that bullet.
They line up at the 24. They line up in the I formation.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Gray side.
He's going to be tackled for a loss. Looked for a seam, but he wasn't able to find anything.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Black 20. Screen. Clock. Under.
He needs to get the pass off. Roethlisberger gets sacked. They're going to have to figure out a way to block him, or he's going to keep getting back there.
You know, I couldn't agree more. This is one of those guys that's sneaky fast. Even when I watch him on tape, he looks fast and he looks talented, but then you see him in person, and all of a sudden he's turning that corner so much faster. I think the same thing's happened to this offensive line. They weren't ready for this.
Under heavy pressure, and he caught it. He's brought down at the 20. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. Reed can put his team on the board first with this kick. And it's good. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Here's the kick. From the 5-yard line. At the 30. Brought down at the 38. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. They'll take over at the 38. Shaw lines up in the gun. He has 3 receivers in the formation. He's looking to throw. Throws short. This one falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up after the incomplete pass.
2nd down.
Shaw is under center. They'll line up in single back. He drops back to pass. Is there for the catch. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He's hammered in the backfield. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed on that play.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line's going to really struggle.
Tackled right around the 26-yard line. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
Tried the run, but there was nothing available.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Blue 45. Zebra. Watch the run. Stay right.
He drops back to pass. Pass is complete. And they get him at the 22. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
And the pass is knocked away. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
The kick is up. I think that guy needs to go back to the sideline and practice a few more kicks. As a kicker, you have to be ready at a second's notice to be able to step out on the field and make those kind of field goals, and it didn't appear he was completely ready for that one, and the result was a miss. And the score remains the Texans 0, the Steelers 3. Looking for a receiver, and it's intercepted by the backer. To the 10. Gets in for the touchdown. Great play by the defender. He was able to take it for 6.
You know, some defensive players, you don't want to throw it in their zone because it might get intercepted. Some guys, you absolutely don't want to throw it there because they can turn it into a touchdown going the other way.
So they're ready for the extra point. It's good. Houston is up 4. Kicks it off. Dropped at the 28-yard line. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. Pittsburgh goes with the ace set here. Setting up play action. Off his back foot. He's brought down around the 40-yard line. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And that was a little hum baby coming out of there from the quarterback. We've all heard about how strong his arm is, and we saw it there.
Watch the run now. Watch the run.
Still a lot of time left, but at the end of one, the score is 7-3.
Black 20. Cut. Watch the switch. Under. Cut.
He drops back to pass. Surveys the field. Batted away. That incompletion will bring up second down. From their own 40-yard line. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Tango off the top. Cut. Hey, watch the screen. Cut.
Roethlisberger with the give. Brought down at the 41-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
Throws it short, makes the grab, and they get him at the 44-yard line. Still not quite enough, however. They'll still be facing 4th down. Jones is the return man. He gets it away. He fields it at the 17. He took a shot at the 28-yard line. Pretty nice job picking up yardage on that punt return.
He's definitely got some breakaway potential when he's back there returning kicks. You give him just a little bit of room, he could break it for a big one.
Hands it to the back. And he's hammered at the 30. He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Drops back. He throws left. He's brought down at about the 31. Davis grabbed that one for a gain of 2. 3rd down, 6 yards to the 1st. They'll go from the shotgun. Shaw hands it off. It appears to be short. That series has to be disappointing for the coaching staff.
Yeah, their poor defense didn't even have time to go over and get a glass of water. All of a sudden, the punter's back on the field and the defense has to go play again.
He punts it. Makes the fair catch. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. They'll take over at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger is under center. They'll line up in single back. And they motion a guy to the right. And they get him there for the sack. So I have to ask, what happened on this play?
You know, it's difficult for an offense and an offense's ego to admit that you can't block somebody, but there are certain guys in the league that you just have to commit more people to block and don't let it bother you. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's dropped at the 40.
Ben Roethlisberger just looks like an NFL quarterback, doesn't he? He's tall, he's well-built, he's athletic, he buys time with his feet, and it's probably what most people don't talk about with Roethlisberger, his ability to make that first pass rusher miss and still get off the big plays. He is a tremendous talent.
The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Here you go. Black 20. Black 20.
It appears someone jumped early.
Full start, offense.
And that will back this one up.
You know, not only does it make it harder to pick up the first down, but it just deflates an offensive huddle when you give away yards like this.
Here we go. Blue 30. Under. Play smart, man. Left 21.
Roethlisberger looking to throw. Throws while on the run. Oh, and he drops it. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
Black 20. Black 20. Let's go left. Left call.
Roethlisberger drops back. He throws on the run. What an open field tackle. A solid gain on that pass play, but it'll still be short of the first down.
And there's really nothing a defense likes better than those 3rd and long situations where they can play passively. They don't have to worry about giving up the big play. Just come up and make the tackle. Good hit that time. Good solid tackle.
Sepulveda punts it, and he really got a leg into this one. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They didn't look sharp on their last drive and were forced to punt it away. Shaw lines up under center. Two backs in the eye. Shaw dropping back. Moves to his right. No, he drops it. Johnson was the intended receiver, and he can't bring it in.
Second down.
They'll face second down and 10. Ball on their own 20. Single back formation, 3 wide receivers. Green takes the handoff. He lost yardage on the play. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
He drops back. Gets the throw away. And they get him at the 41-yard line.
Andre Johnson is just a guy with freakish sort of skills, an unusual combination of speed and athleticism and quickness and toughness. And when he gets around the football, he is a threat to go all the way on any play.
Houston motions right. He'll get it again. He fights forward to about the 43. Green gains around 2 yards there on the misdirection run. Shaw comes to the line with 3 wide. Shaw back to throw. He throws right. And he's out at the 45. And a long third down try coming up for them now after that stop by the defense.
And now we're down to the part of the game that I think decides most games. You make a good play on second down, now you're bringing up a third down situation. Either you keep the drive alive here or the defense turns it over to the offense.
A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
He punts it. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Come on, lock him down. Tiger. Blue 30. Left smash free. Go.
They'll throw on first down. Short throw. He's tackled at the 38. Nice pass for the quarterback on that one with the defense bearing down on him.
Hey, no need to force it. He just took what the defense gave him there, found the open man, and picked up a few yards.
Give to the tailback. And they get him around the 40-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Boy, he just took a shot on that one. As a running back, the last thing in the world you want is a short gain and a big hit.
Under.
It's the tailback. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That defense just came up big on the play.
Well, I'll be honest here. I really thought they would pass in that situation. You call a run, hoping you catch the defense somehow off guard, but that time they were not off guard.
Jones is back deep to return the punt. Sepulveda kicks it, and man, did he get a leg into this one. He'll take it from the 18. He's dropped at about the 31. And that was a nice little punt return there.
Wow, I thought he was gone for a second. They did a good job getting to him, at least preventing the touchdown. Of course, they wouldn't have to chase him down like that if they'd have done a better job covering the punt.
Drops back to pass. Short throw to the left. Tackled at the 41-yard line. Nothing wrong with that pass. It goes for a good gain.
And when you talk to some of these receivers, they say the real strength of this quarterback is that he throws a very, very catchable ball.
Back to throw. Looks for a man open. Brings it in. Goes out of bounds at the 45. That was a decent gain there on the pass.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. He hit that back foot, planted, threw the ball, knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Looks to pass. Throws it short. Brought down at about the 49-yard line. Johnson picks up about 5 yards with the catch. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 50. Houston comes out with 3 receivers in the shotgun. The Texans just took their first time out. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 50. Schaub sends a guy in motion to the right. Schaub is looking to stay perfect on this drive. And they get him at the 39-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with the wideout.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
Defender gets his hand on it. What a play by the defender.
And the quarterback really caught a break on that one, that wasn't intercepted.
They'll face 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Schaub drops back. He didn't get his feet set as he threw. He's tackled around the 34-yard line. And they get 5 yards from that completion.
Yeah, very safe, simple play, hitting the underneath receiver for a solid gain.
Houston lines up with 3 receivers. The Texans use motion. Drops back to pass. He needs to make a decision. Oh, and he dropped it. And the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And those are the kind of big 3rd down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
Gets it away cleanly. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 12-yard line. They were forced to punt on their last drive. Pittsburgh sends a man in motion. There's a play fake. He's going to take off. He keeps it and maybe gets 3 yards.
Gain of 3.
Roethlisberger lines up under center. He has 2 backs behind him.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Watch wrong. Under.
And we've come to halftime here. The score is 7-3. Kicks it off. He'll return it from the 1. Goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. Out of the I formation. First down, looking to throw. Goes through his read. He's there for the catch. Brought down at the 37. The quarterback just rifled that one in there for a good gain.
Everybody knows about this guy's arm strength, and if you wanted to see an example of it, right there it was.
Drops back on first down. Passes to his left. Knocked out at the 42. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the first down.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate either if you were standing back there in the pocket. I say the heck with it. Get it out of there fast. Let somebody else handle it for a little while.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42. Roethlisberger is in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers split out wide.
Black 20. Touch. Left.
He looks to throw on 1st down. Rolling right. With the catch. Brought down behind the line. They lose 7 yards on that play.
Well, that gets a little embarrassing. Anytime you spend all week working on a play and it comes out like that, give the defense a little credit, but that was bad.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Under. Let's go right. Goes right, loose.
He's looking to throw. Dumps it out right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Washington picks up about 5 yards with the catch. That'll bring up 3rd down. Drops back to pass. Looking for an open man. It's a loose ball. Moore recovered it. That was a fortunate bounce for the offense.
Every once in a while, you just have to have a little luck, and they're lucky to get that one back.
Jones is back awaiting the punt. Gets it away cleanly. And they'll down it at the 2. He did everything that was asked of him on that punt.
Yeah, that was a great job. He kept it in the field of play. It was downed inside his opponent's territory. All the return man really could do in that situation is just get out of the way.
Shaw hands it off. He's dropped for a loss. This defense is definitely not afraid to use their safeties in run support.
And as a quarterback, you have to start to recognize that. You just can't allow that safety to keep sniffing around that 8th man in the box and not throw the football. Essentially, they're daring this offense to throw it, and they're not taking advantage.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
Ouch. You take too many shots like that as a running back, you start peeking around a little bit before you get that football.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Gives to the back. He tries to spin, and he is dropped. That was a poor series for this offense.
Yeah, the defense barely had to even break a sweat on that one. Defensively, when you can take an offense and get them off the field in 3 plays, that's pretty good stuff.
Gets it away cleanly. Holmes fields it at the 44. Not a bad return there.
That was really a good effort. There wasn't a ton of room for him to run, but he was able to get up the field, get a few yards. You never get upset with a punt return guy like that. It wasn't spectacular, but he got the job done.
The Steelers use motion.
Watch the ball.
He looks to throw on 1st down, looking for a receiver. There for the catch. Loose football. Brown recovers the loose ball. That was a huge turnover.
What a tremendous play by the defense. You really began to get the feeling this offense was getting something going. They stripped the football out of there and kill the drive, kill the momentum.
Houston uses motion. Back to throw. Short throw to the left. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Pretty good gain right there.
You have so many people on this offense that you have to account for. The tight ends, the wide receivers, the running backs, even the quarterbacks. And now they're throwing to the fullback. That's almost not fair.
He drops back. The pocket is collapsing. The pass rush got him. It seems to me they're having a tough time picking up their blocks.
Something went wrong on that play. You know, you have the quarterback who makes line calls. Then you have the center who may adjust the line calls. Just watching that protection, I think something went wrong in the communication between the quarterback or the center. Somebody, that was a mistake.
He drops back to pass. Short throw to the right. He's tackled right around the 40-yard line. About 4 yards on that play.
Nothing too complex about that. The quarterback saw the zone coverage as he dropped out of there on that one and found the open man on the out route.
Shaw will look to pass. He throws it. Pass completed. He's brought down around the 47-yard line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up fourth. The punter's going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Punts it. And they'll down it at the 6. Not much the return man can do there.
Yeah, he really did the right thing there. That's just to let it go, get out of the way, and really just give the guy credit. It was a good kick, very fortunate bounce. The last thing in the world you want to do in that kind of a situation is to fumble the football, give it up, short field for the other team, and a quick score.
Tackle at the 6. Picked up maybe a foot or two. That brings up second down. Pittsburgh goes with the ace set here.
Here you go. Blue 30. Come on, let's go. Blue 30. Cut. Hey, what? Cut. G-line. Cut.
Huge pressure by the defense. Brought down at the 15. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, really a nice route that time. One of the keys to playing wide receiver is the ability to not only get into cuts, but to get out of the cuts. That time, very explosive coming out of that cut, and it made the difference.
Play fake. On the run, he throws it. And it's knocked down. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on third down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
Punts it, and he got a good one here. Jones fields it at the 40. The defender gets him to the ground. What happened to the coverage there, Chris?
Oh, come on. They completely lost containment on that guy. I mean, you just can't let that happen. I'll be honest, they were really lucky they didn't give up a touchdown on that one.
He drops back. Guns it left. And they get him right around the 32-yard line. And simply a great throw there.
Yeah, that really was a nice touch that time. Perfect sort of combination of velocity and touch. A very catchable ball thrown by this quarterback so that you don't have to overly focus on what you're doing and you can get your eyes back down the field, try and get a good run after the catch.
Daniels comes away with around 6 yards on the reception, and that's also good for a first down.
Picked up about 6 yards there for the first down, and that's a quarterback and a receiver really understanding the defense. They saw what the defense was giving them, and they simply took it.
The halfback with the carry. They tackle him for a loss. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Gives to the back. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. A 5-yard pickup for the halfback. From the 25-yard line. They come out in a nickel. Hand off to the fullback. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. That play was stuffed from the get-go.
And it's not very often that I get really excited about defensive line play, but that time the guys up front on defense were just overpowering.
And that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 7-3. So the kicker comes out to try and put 3 points on the board. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. It's got the distance. Well, it looked like the set down was good. Maybe he lost his footing a little when he went to step into that one. You know, if kickers get out of their rhythm just a little bit, they can really miss a kick badly. And after that miss, the score remains the Texans 7, the Steelers 3.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Overwatch, red man. What you doing? Go.
Roethlisberger with the give. He's brought down at the 32-yard line. A pickup of a yard for the halfback. They line up in an I.
Black 20. Black 20.
Miller comes in motion.
Let's get off this field now.
He drops back. He needs to get rid of it. Completed. He's dropped at about the 41. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
One man in the backfield.
Blue 30.
Tosses it out. Out of bounds at the 45. 3-yard gain by the running back.
Gain of 3.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line. Single back formation.
Black 20. Black 20. Now. Tango off the top. Tango off the top. Hey. Let's go.
Throws on the run. Ryans has the interception. And they get him around the 35-yard line. And they really could have done without that.
Just when you started to think this offense was starting to find themselves, they have a chance here late in the game, you throw an ugly pick, that's a disaster.
From the 35-yard line. Shaw lines up in the shotgun. Shaw looking to throw on first down. It's completed. He's dropped at the 16. They get a nice pickup there.
Yeah, but he better be careful with those throws. That was pretty tight coverage. They got away with it that time, but I don't know in the future.
The Texans line up with 3 receivers, the quarterback in the shotgun.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Give him a yard.
And they're coming after him. Makes the reception. Brought down at about the 5-yard line. Good job locating the gap in the coverage on that play.
You know, that's the kind of pass pattern I used to always love to run, because if the defense is even a little bit lax in their coverage, it's pretty easy to get that one in there.
Comes down with it. And they get him at the 2. They get about 4 yards on the pass and pick up a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense get in a nice little rhythm. The quarterback hasn't thrown an incompletion yet on this drive. They look sharp.
Shaw gives it up the middle. He's going to be tackled for a loss. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Shaw calls for motion left. Tosses it out. They'll get in for the touchdown.
Whoa, how about that little juke move out there? That's just a shake, a little bake, and stick it in for the touchdown.
So they're ready for the extra point. Extra point is good. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. booming kick. And he gets brought down hard. It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive. The Steelers line up with two tight ends.
Blue 30. Blue 30. Under. Come on, let's get off the field. Under.
It's the tailback. He doesn't get back to the line. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Roethlisberger comes to the line, three-wide formation.
Black 20. Green, 2-man. Switch. What's that screen on here? Let's do it.
He drops back. Throws while on the run. He's dropped at the 40. And you won't see the coaching staff complaining about that.
Yeah, coaching staffs generally don't complain about too much when they have a quarterback that has the leadership qualities and the arm strength and the ability that this guy has.
Third and short, and they'll throw for it. Makes the catch. He's brought down at the 46-yard line. Great job to haul in that first down pass.
This team is just so good at executing those short, quick passes and picking up first downs and keeping drives alive.
Roethlisberger back to pass. Defense closing in, and it's completed. He makes a great open field tackle. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
The Steelers put a man in motion to the right. Back to pass. He decides to run. Tackled at the 45. And they picked up 4 yards on the scramble. Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. 3 wideouts to the right side.
Black 20. Black 20. Other side. Turbo. Don't let your man make the play.
And they'll try and get the first through the air. Catch is made. Goes out of bounds at the 45. Just barely past the line of scrimmage. Not much indecision by the coach here. He'll keep the offense out there to go for it. They're going to pitch it. No chance. Dropped for a loss. Turnover on downs. The offense will start at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. They line up in the jumbo set. Shaw sends a man in motion. Play action. Fires it out. There for the reception. He's dropped at the 41-yard line. Just a short, efficient throw that time.
Yeah, a true sign of patience on the offensive side. You let the play develop. You find the open receiver. Maybe he takes a look down the field. It's not there. Just go ahead and take that safe throw.
They're going to pitch it. Dropped behind the line. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Shaw lines up under center. Single set backfield this time. Shaw hands off. And he will lose yardage on the play. Cornerback did a nice job recognizing the play and getting in there for the stop.
For me, there's nothing more impressive in football than to see a cover cornerback able to come up and make the stops on the run. That's a complete football player.
The punter's going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Punts it. Down in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, they need to score here, then recover an onside kick and score again. And this game It's certainly not over, but the fat lady's warming up a little over on the sideline. But I've seen it happen before.
Black 20. Let's go, baby. Get the ball.
He drops back. Defense is getting pressure. Had his hands on it and dropped it. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
Let's go. Blue 30. Blue 30.
Back to pass. He's dropped for the sack. And that makes the second time he's gotten to it. Well, at least the play will only result in a 2-yard loss. They line up at the 18. Drops back to pass. Throws it short. And it's caught. Tackled at the 24-yard line. Just about 6 yards on that completion.
Well, it's not often you can say that the game comes down to one play, but if they don't convert here, it's over.
Almost intercepted.
Turns the ball over on downs.
They'll start this drive at the 24-yard line. First down now and 10 to go. Green gets the ball. Cuts back and he's dropped. That's a 1-yard pickup.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
He's tackled right around the 14-yard line. About 8 yards there.
Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the back was still able to get out of there for a nice gain.
Come on, baby. We owe you one.
Fourth down. This field goal attempt will be about a 33-yarder. And it's good. Well, that one looked like it was going wide, but it barely made it in.
That one just made it inside the upright. That's one where you see the field goal kicker going, but he got it.
He'll return it from the 1. Sheds one tackler, dropped at the 25. There's just too much ground to make up in too short a period of time.
Well, this game was a lot closer than the scoreboard is indicating, and I'm sure the coaches are disappointed they let this one slip away. They had a real shot at winning earlier, right before the opening kickoff.
Great side. Let's get off this field, man. Let's go, D.
They'll throw on first down. Dumps it out left. Excellent open field tackle. And that will be the conclusion of this game. Our final score is the Texans 17, the Steelers 3.